And you know what? I, for one, won't dance to Beyonce on air. But Grace, do you have the moves? Can you bust it down?
I have the moves, but I think let's keep that for F3, if anything in particular, right? We need that energy for a festival, that's for sure.
We will see you on Station Street at F3, and you can catch Grace busting to move to some Beyonce. But all seriousness, let's talk a little bit about your top story that you've put out today, because it's something that's really interesting. And when we talk about sustainability initiatives, we don't often see companies saying, you know what, we are doing this directly to help the environment. But this company is, and it comes to saving the oceans.
Yeah, right up here in the good old state of Michigan, we got Ally Logistics, who just started their new campaign, Road to Reef. Road to Reef initiative. And basically, they're partnering with a group called the Coral Reef Alliance. And they're focusing on a specific reef outside of the West Maui. Now, Kayla, you're 100% right. What I like about this is you're heading a perfect ESG initiative. That's one thing. It reminds me a lot of Freightvana and a number of logistics providers who have worked with One Tree Planted. And in the same way that this works, every load that they do moving forward, $1 will be submitted to the Road to Reef Relief Initiative in order to help build back that ecosystem. Now, coral reefs are actually one of the most important aspects of our oceans. They help with all ecosystems within the ocean as well. You see a lot of these initiatives outside of Australia when it comes to coral bleaching. What's interesting about this one is we're dealing with just good old climate change erosion issues where sediment is starting to cover these reefs, and because of that, they're not able to get any direct sunlight and they're not able to grow and continue their normal ecosystem. So what the group is working on doing is creating planting plants that are native to the region in order to make sure that that sediment stays where it's supposed to be at. If there's ever any uptick in rain or things of that issue, there won't have to worry about the extra sediment hitting these reefs in particular. And there's a couple reasons I really like this. One, it's a initiative that's not driven by the employees themselves. A lot of times you see nonprofit work. I write about them quite frequently, and I do love this still, but you see the dollar coming out of the actual employee's pocket, right? This in particular is a dollar coming out of the actual logistics companies, the owners' pockets, the actual overhead of the company, and it's going towards a really great cause. So as I'm sure logistics companies are going to be held to the carbon credits and their overall Scope 3 initiatives, et cetera. This is going to be something that they're going to be able to count towards that as well. Plus, working in a brokerage in the past, working in nonprofit, I can't think of a better sales approach than on a beautiful Monday morning being able to call your top accounts and say, hey, guess what? Before we talk about any freight, I just want to let you know that your company last week, we moved 100 loads. So we have $100 going towards the coral reefs outside of Hawaii that a number of people go and enjoy as tourists as well. So I just think it's a creative initiative, something that's they're really proud of as a company who's focused on their culture at this point as they're growing more into a new space. And I just love creativeness. I love seeing different ways that logistics companies can work with different partners in order to give back. And this was a great one to spotlight.
Grace, you're exactly right. This is an awesome initiative. Is there any word on how long this is going to run for or timeline for this initiative?
It sounded like pretty indefinite for now. It wasn't given an exact for just 1 year or anything like that. But for now, they're just focused on continuing to build up their load count, right? So they can give more back to this initiative over time.
And Grace, we love to see it. And I love that we're doing something with sustainability that isn't directly focused on carbon capture or emissions reduction, et cetera. It's a good, refreshing way to see a company take a stand and really help things out. And we love that you highlight these things in the logbook, but that's not the only thing that you do for us here at FreightWaves. You are a busy gal. And speaking of things going on this week, we've got some really exciting stuff happening on our show, Great Quarter Gals, and on your show, Point of Sale. Let's do a shameless plug right now. Let's tell the people what we've got going on tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this really showcases what FreightWaves does for this community and how much of an impact we have in this community. It's a good old XVO GXO type of week. So Kaylee and I will be, one of the first, probably one of the first pair of females to interview XVO's new CEO this week, tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, I get the opportunity of interviewing the CFO of GXO as well. So I'm just really excited. We got two leaders within the space who traditionally you see on mainstream media that are making sure that they're here at FreightWaves and answering our questions and making sure all of our viewers are getting those direct answers from the best source there is, us, right? So I just think it's great, Kaylee, all the work that we've done, and we get to be one of the first pairs to get an exclusive interview. So should be a really, really great week of content for FreightWaves in general.
Absolutely. And for our viewers who are watching this today, Great Quarter Gals will air tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And if you've got any questions, any looming questions as our viewers for the brand new CEO of XPO, please drop us a note. You can do that on LinkedIn, send it directly to myself or Grace on social media, on Twitter. Our inboxes are open as well if you guys have any questions. And Grace, the same thing goes for your point of sale on Wednesday, right? For the CFO of GXO, you got some questions too?
Yeah, of course. They're huge on automation. They're huge on helping the e-commerce networks and retailers really build up their automation plans. And I'm just, it's so crazy to watch what Bradley Jacobs has done with this industry, has done with these companies. And we are going to be right there able to ask the questions of what the future of these two, hopefully three, if we can get some RXO individuals on here too, the future of what that outcome is and what Jacobs has produced over time.
And Grace, as Kelly mentioned, you are incredibly busy. Also, you have the SiriusXM radio show. What will that next episode be?
We got one today, so it's going to be a full episode. We got John Kingston back from his vacation, so we have an oil market update from him today. We have Dave Lynch from Warp, who was on my show Point of Sale last week. He's going to be joining me. A whole fun week packed up, and then, of course, on Friday, I got Kevin Hill on for the whole show. We're going to dive into some freight conspiracy theories and some fun topics in general. So all week, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Check us out on the Road Dog Trucking channel on SiriusXM channel 146.
And I know Kevin has some great glasses that really help him see those freight conspiracy theories. Too bad you won't be able to see him on the radio show. But go give him a check on FreightWaves Now, so I'm sure they'll make an appearance again this week. Grace, thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you tomorrow for Great Quarter Gals, and go catch Drive Time with Grace Sharkey this evening at 5 p.m.
Right now, we're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with more FreightWaves Now.